The other thing that didn't really like a lot is the amount of minutes Mitch Marner played.
Yeah, Matthews too.
And Matthews.
And Matthews was at 24, 25?
No, he's up near
27.
27?
Yeah.
And Marner just
29,
shy of under 30. And Sammy, we've had this conversation.
But that's absurd.
You want to put these guys out there that long, and they're subject to getting hurt. And last night, didn't really like seeing Mitch Marner slide into the boards. Didn't really like him blocking a shot in overtime. Like, think about that for a second. Liljegren gives up the puck at the blue line, and Marner has to feel like he's got to block a shot in game, number 67, and, hey, say he breaks a finger, breaks a foot.
Not worth it. Not worth it at all. You know, but this is part of the whole goofiness around, hey, we've stunk in overtime, so now we're going to try to overthink it. We're playing David Kampf and Liljegren to start OT.
Can we cool that now?
Yeah, can we go back to the good players?
Yeah.
Like, I understand it was unlucky for a while, but it's not practically good in the sport to play your lower quality players consistently. Just a thought as a coach.
It reminds me of a golfer who, got over the yips, but is still doing the stupid cross-hand chip. It's like, you can give that up now. Like, your stroke's back. Like, you're looking fine. Like, maybe just go back to holding the club regularly.
Yeah.
Maybe you don't need that anymore.
Maybe go back to the good way that you can do consistently.
Where's the newfound depth? I get Ryan O'Reilly's not there, but
that hurts.
I mean, come on, you really need to push Marner 30 minutes last night?
Yeah.
Well, you have 11 forwards.
Yeah, that's part of it too, is the 11 forwards.
They want a double shift, and we saw a lot of that, and we saw
Nylander plays with them.
double shifting, and you can get your stars out there more, but still got 15 of these to go.
Yeah, and it's way too much ice time.
He got asked about it twice, 2 separate questions today about the ice time at morning skate.
All right,
let's
let's go.
practice.
Okay.
Do you want to listen to him?
Yeah.
Yes.
All right, let's listen to the first one on the ice time.
Not really. I mean, I'm monitoring it throughout the game, and you're just kind of replying to it. The reality is that's just the way the game went. It was in a lot of ways a best on best type of game last night. I think McKinnon and Rantanen, they're 25 minutes, and those guys don't kill penalties. So, that's a sense of where it's at. McCarr's at 30 minutes. It's kind of the way the game went yesterday, and also it wasn't because of the nature of the game. It wasn't like it was an up and down, grinding type of physical game. It was a little more methodical and, teams trying to feel their way to try to get a chance. So I thought they could handle the minutes through the game, but it is important to give them the recovery time.
Yeah, so neither of them are at practice today.
Yeah.
Matthews or Marner.
That's the right
Bubble
call.
wrap.
Yeah, they're we saw Marner crash into the boards and block a shot. I think maybe crisis averted. Because he got hurt by, wasn't it Muzzin in practice?
Yeah.
The last time that he was hurt was because of Muzzin in practice. So
Hyperbaric chamber time for the boys.
Yeah.
There are teams who are powered by their elite stars. And if you look at average ice time per game for forwards, Marner plays less than McDavid and Draisaitl, less than Rantanen and McKinnon. These guys, their ice time. Actually, Matthews is outside the top 25 in time on ice, which is maybe a reflection, not a positive one. But it's these weird bursts, isn't it?
Yeah, they go from 22 to 30.
18, all of a sudden it's 28 minutes. And it is, I think that's worse than consistently playing them 23 minutes or 22. Marner averages just over 21 something a game. I'd rather see him play 21 a game than 17, 18, 30, 17, 18, 21, 31. It's not healthy. So.
Do you have one more clip on it? Or?
We do. We have another one. He explains himself a little bit more, so we can listen to it.
It certainly gets to a point where maybe it can be too much, especially when you start to pile on the games that are coming after it. When you're in the moment, you're in the game. If it's your player, you want to get on. I mean, Mitch's minutes are climbing real high last night, but every time there's a stoppage in play, I can feel him looking back and looking at me just to let me know that he's ready to go. And that's kind of what you get, and that's what you want. You like to see all the eyes looking at you like that, and make the decision who's going to go out. So those guys take on a lot, whether it's special teams, 5-on-5, overtime, shootout. There's a lot there, so that's why you got to be mindful of their recovery time. But certainly, they do have the engines and they have the ability to take on those burdens and handle it very well.
The key is to make sure he's doesn't get hurt, man.
Yeah.
Just life without him would look awfully different for the Toronto Maple Leafs.
Yeah.
Again, sets up the Morgan Riley goal.
I mean, they lose. The whole thing is built on their four superstars playing. They lose Tavares to Montreal and they're screwed.
Yeah.
You can't lose any of them. But Marner, obviously,
you can lose Tavares. You can. I'm being serious. He wouldn't be half the loss of a Marner.
No, that's fair.
Yeah.
Come on.
But it would still be a huge loss.
Yeah, I'm not. Yeah, he's a point producer.
Yeah.
I get it. But as far as the engine's concerned, the playmaker, the guy that's putting it constantly on a silver platter for guys, there's only one guy they have that can do that.
And when he plays 30 minutes, there's more time to be hurt. I think maybe around 21, 22 would be fine for the rest of the year. If you're asking me. But we've talked about this before. Like he said in that clip, I got the best player on my team looking over his shoulder, telling me to put me back on the ice, and you're trying to win a hockey game against a good team. It's hard to be like, no.
It's too tempting.
It is. It's too tempting. And same with Matthews, who played almost 27. It's like, well, this guy's feeling it finally. He looks good finally. Over the boards again.
The trick for him, too, is you got to play big picture here, too, right?
Yeah.
More experienced coach still. I know he's been around now for a handful of years, but is he still feeling the pressure of, like we said earlier, maybe losing home ice advantage?
Well, sure.
Is that up against Sheldon right now?
I think that's when you're in the moment, like Sheldon's talking about. I don't think there's many shifts where you go, all right, I can't give him this one because of playoffs, or, I can't, or I need to get him over the boards because of home ice advantage. Like, I think to Sheldon's point, he gets consumed with trying to win the game he's in. And
how many minutes do you think Braden Point plays a night?
I'm going to guess, since we're talking about his lower, 20?
20?
1939 per night.
Yeah.
God, he's got
Look around Matthews.
43
Matthews
goals.
plays 20 minutes and 8 seconds a game.
Yeah,
and the guys around him are like
1 minute, like 5 seconds less per game than Kucherov.
And Tavares is what, 18, 17?
Yeah, I
17
don't have that in front of me at the very second.
guess.
Yeah.
Yeah, because he has games where he plays 15.
Yeah.
Sometimes they're a little more careful with him.